Hello, gang. Welcome back to Battletech once again. Now, I acquired a whole bunch of clips talking to the crew, figuring things out, looking at new equipment, personnel, those kind of things, getting ready for the next mission. And quite simply, YouTube gave me crud on the last two videos, taking chunks and causing black screen. So, with all the transition points in this, it gives me a good opportunity to test my settings and try and find where the issue is and make sure it doesn't happen again. So, let's talk to the crew, find out about them, find out about things, maybe bring on some new crew. Let's go. Navigation. Samir.
Yes, Commander?
Give Samir. Hey, Commander, something I can do for you. The decision we made about unsurvived contracts satisfy your concerns. My concerns won't be satisfied until our creditors have been paid and the loan sharks are off our backs. But this is a step in the right direction, and that makes me happy. I'm not blind to the risks that uncertified contracts entail, by the way. I mean, I know what we're doing is dangerous, but the best chance we've got to dig ourselves out of the hole.
Good day,
I'll get
Commander.
to more of that stuff later. Star map. Well, yes, click and we go. Back.
How can I be of service, Commander?
Navigation. It's kind of important that you understand what you're doing, so if I can help with that, I'm all for it. Okay, Navigator, how do we get from system to system? Short answer is, you pick a destination on the star map, and I make it happen. Interstellar travel takes time, sometimes weeks. It costs us sea bills for fuel and passage on a jump ship. That's the only way for an outfit like ours to survive out here. We go where the work is. What intel can we get about the system before choosing to go there? You have to make a reasonably informed choice, I think. Star map makes political boundaries clear, so you know whose space we're entering. I've programmed the star map to lock out travel to systems designated as no-fly zones. We're looking for work, not an interstellar incident. Beyond political boundaries, the nav system will highlight political factions active in the system. That should give you a good idea of who's hiring. It's probably a good idea to check our reputation with the local factions before ordering a long voyage. Going more to it than that. There is. As you select system in the star map, you'll see a list of attributes the Mercnet database associates with them. Attributes like black market or poor are clues the local store contains. The type of mercs we'll find in the hiring halls, contracts we may be offered, and potential mission environments. If you hover over an attribute, the star map will display a longer description for you. Alright. Don't need to know about the mechanics or know about some of that. We'll hit that in a later video. This is going to be long enough. Do you always have to pay for a wait? No, sometimes employers pay it. I know why it takes so long. We'll hit that on a later video where I need some filler. What can I do while we're orbiting in system? Make sure I'm getting everything. Beyond negotiating a contract, most inhabited systems maintain a hiring hall where you can recruit new mech warriors. Be sure to take a look. You never know what kind of talent you're going to find. Most systems also have merchants who can buy and sell hardware such as weapons, equipment, mech parts, sometimes even fully operational mechs too. Thank you.
Commander?
Alright. Darius.
I'm all ears, Commander.
I was going to see you at Ops, Joshua. I do something for you. I want to know more about our debt situation. I think we've known enough about that at the moment. Got some questions about running the company. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Contracts. Remind me what I need to know about mercenary contracts. Tell me about our outfit's finances, how it works. Mech repairs, pilot pay, loan debts. Outfits like ours depend on the Mercenary Review Board to post certified contracts working for reliable employers. They're reliable, but let's face it, most jobs come down to us doing the work that the rich and powerful can't be seen doing. Mercenaries are reliable assets. Show system picking up jobs, making end meets. Sure, space travel costs sea bills, but some employers are desperate enough to pay travel expenses for mercenaries waiting to make a few jumps for a gig. I need to know about a contract before I accept. Most employers will give us enough info to understand who we're fighting and why. Some are cagier than others, but by and large, they want us to succeed. Because of this, we generally get enough intel to get the job done. It isn't a perfect system, but it works well enough. I know most of this. Just general knowledge. So, I want to get moving on, dang it. I want another mission. So, I want to get to this next mission. So, this one's already lined up. I will worry about that stuff as a video of its own, I think. I'm going to go through and explore all these options and things as a video on its own soon.
I'll see you.
Alright, gang, so I was looking through the pilots, and you might not actually be able to see his face, but really, they're not that great. That again, it's early on in the game. But I did find one looks pretty decent. Interesting call sign, ice tray. Okay, I didn't know what it was initially. I was like, what is this little... It's a Kickstarter backer. MechWarrior is a Kickstarter backer who supported Battletech at the Mercenary Mech Commander level or above. Thank you. And then I start, and it's like, okay, because I actually got the lowest base salary of any of the pilots available. Pretty standard initial one-time hiring fee. And then I started reading the bio. Shinsei Obayashi was born to a middle-class family in the Fed Sons. Under the name Michael Woods, he grew up a loyal house Davian as every child did. He attended the Robinson Battle Academy, where his loyalty to House Davian was complemented by indoctrination with the hatred for the Dakota's Combine so common in Robinson graduates. Michael Woods never graduated. During a live fire exercise one bleak night, something unspeakable happened. He was cut off, abandoned. Michael Woods never emerged from those dark woods. Shinsei Obayashi did instead. In one bloody instant, everything he'd been taught his entire life inverted. It was the Draconis Combine that understood the right way of living, the correct approach to battle. The evil of the Fed Sons could not be overstated. And there's stuff, and the rest of it's basically where, he tried to, wake up his family and had to flee the Fed Sons before they hunted him down. He's the best option for picking up a extra pilot at this point, and it is a Kickstarter backer pilot. But at the same time, to go to Dakota's Combine, to go to the first successor state to declare themselves the new Star Lord of the Star League, to throw his lot over and into with the state known for planetary genocides, for gas bombing entire planetary populations, wiping out millions, billions of people, because it's just like a bad taste. So I'm going to think on that. I might come back, pick him up. I might not. I'm going over to the store. Yeah, I'm not spending $200,000 for a locust part. I'll pick them up in salvage, but just going through, looking. I was hoping to find like an LRM-20 or something. No dice on that, but I did find a Holly SRM-2 Plus. Okay. Not a great big thing, but you know, it does do an extra +2 damage. Now, adding that to my stuff, if I've got to replace one, if I've got to do some repairs and stuff at some point anyway, and need a SRAM 2, that extra bit of damage could be really good. So I'm thinking, you know, spend just a little bit of money, pick that up. Probably the only thing I'm going to bother picking up. Yeah.
New weapon systems available.
Aside from that, though, I'm going to get back in the mech base and start looking things over. Catch you in a split second. Alright, let's do a little chatting. Didn't think. Read base. I read it, I didn't read it. Basically complimented her on doing a good job and getting Dr. Murad and her team down on the ground safe and sound. You know, without her having done that, they wouldn't have got the job done, and we wouldn't have gotten out of there with the Argo. Just doing my job, Commander. You mech warriors are the ones who take all the real risks. Actually, I take that back. This job puts all of us at risk. You know what I'm talking about? The pirate point? To you? I don't know how much you know about misjumps, but, well, they're really, really bad. You could wind up in the heart of a star or the middle of nowhere, crash on some godforsaken rock. With my luck, a rock that's infested with fetid, screeching, mite-infested birds. Easter egg, poor country. Let's just be glad that didn't happen. No. Let's go with that. That's a little far-fetched. Come on, Meyer. Maybe, maybe not. Look, it was an unbelievably risky jump. That's all I'm saying. I'm just glad we all made it through in one piece. Got the navigation down. Collecting stories about the crew. Tell me something about yourself. Well, I'm from a noble family like you, where old money made our fortune out in Rasselhag, then repatriated to the Turning Concordat. That's where I grew up. I'm not sure if this is the kind of stuff you were hoping to hear, but we can talk about whatever. I'm not shy. Where in the Concordat are you from? I grew up on New Vandenberg. It's a nice enough place, I suppose. Do you like birds? Sure, I guess. Not particularly. Why do you ask? Why do you ask? Because New Vandenberg is crawling with them. It's basically one big aviary. Something like 2/3 of the native fauna has feathers, flutters on the wind, and splatters its instruments across every available surface. Naturally, the original colonists adopted feathered little monsters into the culture, and those of us that came after were kind of stuck with it. Statues, fountains, murals, you name it. Just a giant feathery pile of screeching alien birds. This sort of had a motto, it'd be squawk. I get the picture. Cute, I get the picture, or I don't know. Doesn't sound all that bad to me. I get the picture. You sure? Because I can keep going. I hate birds. That's what I'm saying. That may be unpopular opinion for a pilot, but I'll stand by it until the day I die. Why'd you learn to pilot a leopard anyway? Darien Naval Institute on New Vandenberg. Well, among other places. It's a big campus. The low-gravity training station orbiting Lompoc was my second home for a time. TNI flight training isn't usually open to civilians, but my parents had good credit back then. And they could name drop Protector Calderon. That'll get you pretty far in the Concordia. For a while, anyway. The other kids in my class weren't especially happy sharing air with a civvy, but they couldn't say much. I was nobility and they weren't. Everyone sort of kept me at arm's length, so I had plenty of time to concentrate on my studies. Got my certification in both dropship and jumpship operations in 4 years. I even tried working on a commercial jump crew for a while, once upon a time. The people were fun, but it wasn't for me. The ratio of flying to violent jump sickness skewed hard in the wrong direction. Allergy season. What can you tell me about House Meyer? You're looking at it. Our parents are both gone. Blood cancer and heart disease, respectively. Blood cancer? Both treatable, they were out of money at that point, so into the ground they went. Did know my brother David, who ran off to serve in the Third Succession War, never came back. I'm sorry, no stranger, lost myself. Rough break. No stranger to lost myself. Yeah, I'm sure you're not. Nobody is really. It's a rough galaxy. Dad was 13 years older than me, and had a foot out the door before I turned 3. And my parents, well, they raised me by proxy, in the traditional noble fashion. There was no real bond there, even when I was young. None of this is to say that my folks were bad people. They weren't. They were just doing what they knew. Their upbringing had been outsourced, just like mine was. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about family. They're gone. I'm here. The end. So, got another question, or should we get back to our duties? Family came from Rasselhag. It's a long time ago, but yeah, as my parents told it, we were landowners on Pomme de Terre. It's an agricultural world, so the breadbasket of the Dakota's Combine. And yes, I know that Pomme de Terre means potato. My ancestors came from the planet Potato. It took some time for me to accept that, but hey, here we are. Anyway, moving on, House Meyer's holdings were meager, but the value of the land was astronomical. For minor nobility, we were really very wealthy. And then the Third Succession War broke out, and the political rhetoric got ugly. House Meyer didn't want a single part of what was happening. So my ancestors emptied their accounts and ran. As a rule, House Rita takes a really dim view of nobles who cut and run. Words like traitor and defector start getting thrown around. In the Combine, you really don't want to be on the receiving end of allegations like that. I wouldn't be standing here today if House Calderon hadn't granted my ancestors asylum in the Concordat. In all likelihood, House Meyer would have been wiped out before I was even born. Something else. Actually, let's hit the navigation. Why not? Ooh. Sure, ask away. It's kind of important you understand what you're doing, so I can help that. I'm all for it. The only thing I miss is star map confusing me sometimes. Why does it take longer to get to one place than another when the systems appear to be the same distance apart? For those of you that don't know, haven't been playing the tabletop game and pencil and paper and dice games for 30 years. 30 plus. Yeah, that bothered me too before I joined the academy. Turns out in real life, space travel isn't like what you see on the adventure hollows, but Darius makes us watch. For starters, some stars are more massive than others. In the case of a really big star, you have to range pretty far afield to find a location suitable for a... Sorry, allergies. And talking's giving major sinus drainage. Blech. suitable for a Cardi Fuchida jump drive. And for us, that means a whole lot of molasses, slow, sublight travel before we can even dock with a jump ship, let alone ride it anywhere. Well, that was the end of it. Alright. Well, I'm up out of here. Alright, so it brought Yang to us. That's a long story, boss. Shortest verse I could give you. Signed on after I served my term in the Third Succession War, fighting for the Capellan Confederation. Ooh, sorry. If you want to know more, you can ask whatever you want. Otherwise, let's get back to talking shop. Where are you originally from? Bryant and the Confederation. You have heard of our claim to the Crowley lizard cow? No? Trust me. No? Well, trust me. They're delicious. Lizard cow. Anyway, the story goes, Bryant was a really nice place once. Tourist spot. Big with hikers and fishing enthusiasts. Pale blue skies, emerald green seas, and a booming agricultural business. You know, the works. I never knew it that way, though. Stepford Minerals got to it a couple centuries before I was born, and well, that was that. Stories go, Bryant used to have these enormous orbital mirrors. Storm inhibitors, they call them. Starlink put them in place. When Mars took the system in his Civil War, he had his troops use them for targeting practice. Without those mirrors, Bryant reverted to its natural state, a miserable little ball of wind-blown dirt, actively hostile to human life. That sounds like the dumbass. I wonder what that is. I put that too high. By the time I came along, the only place where people could live in relative safety were the planet's poles. Of course, you can't fit a planet's entire population into a handful of cities at its poles. It doesn't have space. No matter how far down you dug or how tall you built. A lot of people, mostly the poor, died in the early days. There's still a lot of overcrowding in France cities even now. That's my childhood home in a nutshell. Way too many people jammed into a tiny, claustrophobic space. With nowhere to go but off planet. I cleared out of there as fast as I could and never looked back. Gotta admit though, I do miss the taste of lizard cow. What's your time in the military? Who'd serve with? The Capellans. Said that. 2nd St. Ives Lancers, 1st Battalion under Major Lake. Good unit. Some more action than most. The arm is a souvenir of my time in service. Lost original back in 3010 on St. Louis. You know, when we first arrived at St. Louis, I loved the place. Agricultural world, sort of breadbasket of the neighboring systems. Green fields, rolling hills, you get the picture. We just walked out of the hell on Kittery. The Fed Rats drove us out in 05 with our tails between our legs. So it looked like paradise to us. I remember kicking back in the mech bay, my feet propped up on an engine block, sipping on a snifter of ambergris vermouth. Not a bad way to spend a sunny afternoon. Anyway, turning out the Fed sons weren't done with us yet. We were barely a month into our deployment, and they sent the steady hustlers to burn us out. I'm sure there were sound strategic reasons for Alstavian to want St. Louis, but sure felt personal to me. Long story short, one of our scouts managed to slip through our perimeter, hit my mech bay. I was tinkering around in a Centurion's custom-made rumble seat at the time. Being surrounded by all that armor is the only reason I made it out alive. Still, I didn't make it out unscathed. Lost 2 of my favorite assistants and my own right arm. Maybe this ugly thing grafted onto me as a reminder. And yet, here I am, doing mercenary work for a living. Some people never learn, huh? Why join the Capellans? That's Matura's duty up, you mean? I don't know. It's just time for a change. Besides, the place wasn't for me anymore. In a way, it never really was. I learned a lot from my time in service. Got a first-hand view of the elitist bullshit that saturates Capellan culture, how it rewards highborn idiots at the common people's expense. Speaking as a thoroughly common man, that didn't sit right with me. When my tour was over, I walked away and never looked back. You'll never really get away from the aristocracy. Dang hell, I was noble born. For what it's worth, I'm glad you walked away. Brought my mech back from the brink more than once. In your position, I probably would have done the same. Yeah, let's go with the, I'm glad he walked away. Way more than once, if memory serves. Still, I appreciate the kind words. For what it's worth, I'm happy to be here with this crew. Going career military would have been an enormous mistake. Alright, we're doing multiples, so let's do the never get away from the aristocracy. Yeah, but you're a competent noble. And you aren't afraid to get your hands dirty at the end of the day. That's all I really care about. I wonder how many times I watched talented engineers get passed over for promotion so some idiot with a title could advance. To me, it count. Let's talk about something else. Alright, looks like we're done. Talk about our new employer. Later on, yeah. Look, I know you two go way back. You had the same teacher and all that. How you were working for her on the day of the coup. If you hadn't been doing that, you never would have joined this crew. Why not should I trust Lady Arano or Lord Madeira? I don't know, I'm just leaping to judgment. I like having money, so I hope that I am. There's just something about the idea of working for yet another shadowy aristocratic power player that I don't like. For what's worth, though, I hope she proves me wrong. Got a few questions about the mech bay. Yeah, then hit me with them. I'll do what I can to answer. I mean, I don't want to wax poetic or nothing, but mech bay's where the magic happens, boss. It's a beating heart mercenary outfit. I've already figured this out. Alright. Alright, back. Talk to you later, Yank. Let's keep this train going. So we're working for Lady Arano now. That was a surprise. You're telling me old Reach has thought she was dead for 3 years now. And here she is. Gotta say, it feels pretty good to be on contract with House Arano again. Last time this happened, Commander Markham was still alive. Yeah, Markham, what kind of man was he? Markham was an ornery old bastard, but he got the job done. Great card player, and he shared my tastes in all of his. We used to have these marathon viewing sessions. Have you ever seen these gears or teeth? Great film, masterpiece of tokusatsu yellow genre. Marco always loved that one. Wish I could watch it with him again with him sometime. Genuinely do. Was he competent commander? Just said he got the job done, so more or less, he was a decent tactician, but an exceptional businessman. I wish you could have seen him in action, Joshua. His style was the odd mix of negotiating and holding court. When it worked, it worked. Let me give you an example. I can't really do justice to Markham's style. For the sake of the story, I'll try. You know our Dakota's Combine rep, Shugo Renault Yamaguchi? No, haven't met him yet. Markham gave him a nickname, Bob Greta. Every time he used it, he was totally deadpan. He always used the full name. You trying to pull the wool over my eyes, Bob Greta? Tell me more about that assassination contract, Bob Greta. Bob Greta, you look tense. Do you need a glass of wine? It sounds insulting, I know, but the crazy thing is, it worked. Something about the way Markham leaned into that stupid nickname tickled Shugo Pink. He'd giggle his way through every negotiation until tears were streaming down his cheeks. He had a routine like that for every liaison we dealt with. Some he'd rib, others he'd smooth talk. Everyone always left the table with a smile on their face. Anyway, that's all ancient history now. Markham's dead and gone. We were in his personal effects along with his memory. We did right by his kin. Best to leave the past behind us. This company isn't his anymore, Joshua. It's yours. So let's focus on where we're going next. Leave the past to the past. Let's try I'd like to catch up. Before any of this started, let's see, sure, got time. Before any of this started, you worked for the Irano Royal Guard. Tell me about it. So when they did deployment, it was a full campaign. High Lord Tamati gave us the job back in 19. We were supposed to be assisting the Royal Guard to round up and eliminate a pirate clan in Faljur. Commander Markham thought it'd be easy money. Turned out to be anything but. We lost a dozen mech warriors in 3 months in that campaign. Had to hose them out of the cockpits. Would have been more if it wasn't for Sir Raju. He saved our people's asses on more than one occasion when I was ready to do it. The thing is, he didn't have to. We weren't under his protection. We were the hired help. But y'all don't want to watch me using my spit bottle. And I don't even dip. A lot of people in Master's position would have used us as cannon fodder. That wasn't his way. He treated us as if we were his own. He's a good man, Joshua. Good as they come. How about yourself? Where are you from? Grew up in the Nassau Heights. It's one of the HAB stations orbiting Arthur. 30 decks of economic stratification, with the corporate suits on the upper decks and everyone else crammed into the lower ones. My old man was a dockhand. We lived on deck 28, 2 levels up from the bottom, with the other station maintenance personnel. 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, my dad would load and unload cargo shuttles, vacuum-sealed qualler, and nutrient paste for people like us, luxury goods for the suits upstairs. Old man must have unloaded 1,000 cases of Castilian eel roe, plump, succulent eggs the size of melon balls. Never got to taste any, though. Any one of those tins would have cost him a half-year's wages. Anyway, Joshua, I don't want to saddle you with my life story. Suffice it to say that I got an eyeful of what I didn't want to be on Nassau Heights, and I did what I had to do to get change my circumstances. By the age of 16, I struck out on my own. Left the station with a handful of skills, an enormous web of contacts, and a rucksack full of that expensive caviar. Once I made it off Nassau Heights, I never, ever looked back. Let's talk about something else. Maybe we'll get this out of the way. Let's talk about running the company. Alright, tell me about how our office finances work. Mech warriors. Let's go for the general info. Things happen on a mercenary ship, Joshua, all the time. You throw a bunch of mech jockeys in a confined space, technicians and crew for months on end, you're going to see some spillover from the battlefield. And operating a merc outfit isn't a glamorous lifestyle. There are hard choices to be made on a regular basis. Anything from breaking up a fight over petty bullshit to dealing with faulty power couplings. Still, I wouldn't trade this for just about anything. We go where we want, we fight who we want. We have only one God we obey, the mighty Seabill. Well, and you, I guess. Yeah, it's a merc life for me, Grunt. It minimized on me again. All the way to the end. How do the finances work? Pretty simple, really. Every 30 days, we have to pay the crew, cover our regular operating expenses, upkeep for the mechs we have ready in our mech bays, upgrades to our equipment, things like that. So if we don't have enough C-bills to cover our operating costs at the end of the month, when our financial reports come due, we're out of business. Work life doesn't allow for second chances. Remember that when you're ordering weapon refits and ship upgrades, and make sure to reserve enough to cover our monthly nut for at least 2 or 3 months in a row. Sure that this is obvious, but I'm going to ask you anyway. How can I raise the operating costs of the company? Okay, lower the operating costs. I've already seen and found those sections. But what the booger? Well, for starters, considering putting the mechs you don't plan to field for a while into storage. Although require time and C-bills to refit their equipment and ready them for combat, stored mechs at no upkeep cost. By the way, remember that you can sell mech chassis and equipment if we're ever low on cash, or you see something shiny in a store you just gotta have. Like that tram too. Alright, back to operating costs. You can always dismiss the mech warrior if you're having a hard time making payroll. And every month you get to decide how generous you'll be with their pay. Careful though, a mercenary's salary has a direct effect on their morale. I'm going to raise the cost. Obviously, the more mech warriors we hire, the more we've got to pay out each month. Nevertheless, it's a good idea to have a strong bench. You never know when someone's going to take one in the meat and be out of action for a while. Any upgrades you make to ship will have upkeep costs too. Yeah, there's advantages, but there are advantages that require ongoing maintenance and the cost of C-bills. Something else. How about my mech warriors? Sure, what do you want to know? Why should I need to worry about their morale? Lot. Mercenaries aren't like members of Royal Guard, Grunt. They're in it for the paycheck, not for loyalty to some noble house. Because of this, keeping their spirits up is important. Mech warriors with high morale get inspired more often on the battlefield. Their heads are in the game, and inspired mech warriors can create opportunities. I've seen inspired mech warriors make precision strikes I thought were impossible, focusing their fire at one location on a speeding enemy as if it were standing still on a shooting range 25 yards away while wearing a sign that said "Shoot me" in neon green. Inspired mech warriors show amazing vigilance too. They seem to have an uncanny ability to blunt incoming damage and have heightened reflexes, so they act faster on the battlefield. Amazing stuff. Well, I know what kind of control I've got. Spending the XP. Skip. Do our experienced mech warriors require higher salaries? Yeah, usually. Wouldn't you? As mech warrior grows in skill and abilities, their salaries grow with them. Yeah, that was kind of a duh. Alright. And with that, we're up and out again. Gotta run, Darius. Thanks, man.
Catch you later, Commander.
Alright, so. I'm really gonna hate doing this, I think, but
waiting for orders.
Decker's down. I've got no spare pilots. Gotta make sure I'm ready for whatever. And while his meat is the same as 4 others for the one-time hiring fee, his base salary is the lowest in the place, and he's got the best stats. And, you know, I'm not really gonna feel bad if he goes down. Yeah,
New
bring him aboard.
Available.
Let's go to the barracks and check out his specifics.
Got something you want done?
decent gunner. I'm going to need a bunch to get him sensor lock. Or anything else. Kareem. Alright. That'll do. Let's check everybody else's stuff right quick. Yeah, I've got 1,300 sitting there, but I want to up the next gunnery.
Waiting for orders.
Behemoth, you've got 19. We can get you multi-target. Up your gunnery and get you the multi-target skill. If I get that, it takes away the ability to get evasive movement or sensor lock. I'm okay with that. Confirm. I think she might be on my first with 2 skills. Confirm it, it's permanent. We only have 2 primary abilities and 1 specialist ability, and Mechwarriors cannot be retrained.
Mech warrior training
do it.
complete.
And our gunnery's 5 also. With mine and glitch. Good stuff.
I hear ya.
Glitch. Already got the multi. Not planning you for sensor lock, though I could get it right here and now. Dang it! I could really make a difference in the next fight.
Orders?
Oh, I hate being boxed in a corner.
Receiving you.
Good to go.
Not what I had planned for glitch. But you know what? I need the sensor lock. Daughter's ready for bed. I want to think about that. Be right back. Alright, gang, that was not what I had planned for glitch, but the way the blackjack can heat up with all the medium lasers, you've seen me have to pull her back and cool down. If I've got something like sensor lock available, the other mech's packing LRMs, she can cover if Decker's out. So I get Medusa or somebody else having sensor lock as well. Not what I planned, but a good backup skill. There's nobody else that can cover down for the next couple of missions. Let's do it. Yes, I know. She can only have
Training
2.
confirmed.
Make it happen.
Standing by.
You better have been worth picking up. I want to see fabulous things out of you. Alright, now over to the mech bay. I went ahead and got the Centurion getting decked out. I just did it. They've not put any work in, so I've got no issue. Now, okay. Oh, it's gonna take 27 days, which just seems insane. I did not have an AC-10, so I put an AC-5 in the right arm. I did equip it with 2 medium lasers in the center torso and an LRM-10. Oh. And jump jets. I like jump jets. That mobility that saved my tail in that last mission. So, it's going to take 28 days to get that sucker field functional. That is nuts. So be it. Alright. Command Center. Contracts. You know what? This one is right here. I can... It's a one skull. That should not be an issue. We get a number of reports from agents on the ground of a powerful mech sporting local government colors. Single mech operating on its own out in the middle of nowhere sounds like a trap. Our plan is to spring the trap, see what comes to investigate, engage the mech, intercept the forces of the planetary government, send to defend it, and destroy all of them. Yeah. But money's okay. Salvage is okay. Might get a chance at something worthwhile. If I'm lucky. Where's the right components I got? Storage? There we go. If I'm lucky. I say a powerful mech, so it'll probably be a heavy. Maybe I'll get some more quick draw parts. Maybe a Shadow Hawk. Fire Star, get some of them up and going. Get them out of here. But, as this has basically been a get to know the crew and the ship and everything vid, which is why I'm putting it out outside the normal Monday to Friday schedule, I'll handle that next video. So leave me your thoughts, comments, observations, suggestions down below. Hit the like, dislike, subscribe if you haven't already. Remember, there's something out there important to you. Something that matters to you. Whether it's up and out, face to face with the people, or from the relative safety of behind your terminal, behind your keyboard. Get involved and make a difference. But take care and stay safe. I am the Articulate Grunt, and I'll catch you later, because for now, I'm out from here. Bye.